Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I am here to present the presentation 2 of the PC1 and presented to Dr. Hammad Majeed and myself, Zainab Irfan from BSPT. And my holding ID is 20010231020. So my topic is lysine sulfate and lysine hydrochloride. So first I will explain lysine sulfate. What is lysine sulfate? Introduction is given. So lysine is an essential amino acid for the monogastric animals and used in particular animals for the nutrition. It is also used in enriching the nutrition and also for the animals, poultry and fishes. It is one of the amino acids that use in nucleic acid synthesis, hydrocarbon metabolism, production of antibodies, hormones and ferments. So here are some components which are used in lysine sulfate, which is very beneficial for the human body. So first one is carbohydrate, which contain fructose, dextrose, sucrose. Another is mineral salt, which have ammonium, sodium, calcium, potassium, magnesium. Other organic acids are acidic and succinic acid. Another 10 other amino acids are threonine, triosine, serine, glycine, and these all etc. are the amino acids used in the lysine sulfate, which are very beneficial for the human body and as well as animal body. So the molecular properties of the lysine sulfate is molecular weight of the lysine sulfate is 390.38 gram per mole. Molecular formula is given, and it is also the theoretical content of lysine and the lysine sulfate is 75. And here are some chemical and biological effects of the lysine sulfate. Lysine sulfate catalyze enzymatic reactions. It also used in protein and carbohydrate metabolism, involved in the production of antibodies, hormones, and enzymes. Facilitates the collagen formation and tissues regeneration. It also stimulates protein synthesis, bone formation, and growth. And some other are the effects of lysine sulfates. And here is the molecular structure of the lysine sulfate, which are given in the slide. And the usage of lysine sulfate. It is used for the production of premixes and food additives for the enriching and balancing poultry diets with lysine. It is used in nucleic acid synthesis, hydrocarbon metabolism, used for the domestic pigs and bird nutrition glands. And here are some benefits. Granules form. In granule form, free-flowing product, easily mixed with the ingredients, semi-refined, and contain byproduct for the fermentation, and like other amino acids and carbohydrates, a more profitable product. It reduces cost and provide the low level of chloride in diet. And its process of fermentation is given. Then first pre-fermentation, we start fermentation section, continuous sterilization system, seed culture and fermentation process, and then we will move to the extraction and refining process. So extraction and refining process where we get lysine sulfate. First step is sulfate fermentation liquid concentration. Then 70% of lysine mixed and allocated. Spray and granulation and the process of screening and packaging. Then we will get very refined and best lysine sulfate. So it is the whole process of lysine sulfate. In seeding tank, we will add ammonia, liquid ammonia, strain, sterile air, and cold water. Then it moves to the fermentation tank, and we add sterile air and cold water. Then it move forward to the fermentation liquid, and then acid adjusting, inactivation, mixing, evaporation, drying, filtering, cooling, and then we will get 70% of the lysine sulfate. And here are some chemical and physical properties of the lysine sulfate: molecular weight, hydrogen bond unit count, hydrogen bond acceptor count, rotatable bond count, exact mass, covalently bonded unit atoms, isotope atoms. Here are some properties of lysine sulfate. And here are some specific chemical properties of the lysine sulfate. Lysine exists as stereoisomer and mixture of L and D form is obtained by the pure chemical synthesis. Because the only naturally occurring lysine form is physiologically active, it is necessary to introduce a biological step in manufacturing process. This requirement for the L form a strong constraint on the manufacturing techniques for the amino acids and has tended to favor biosynthesis or extraction from natural products. Crystallization of the fermented concentrate facilitates its isolation and purification, but also modern ion exchange resins and membrane are applied in high-grade products. So next, I will explain lysine hydrochloride. What is lysine hydrochloride? It is an amino acid with the chemical formula given in first line. This is an essential amino acid, which means that human cannot synthesize. It condense. Condense means that there are 3 nucleic acids arranged in the DNA or RNA. Like here are examples: AAA and AA means guanine and adenine and adenine. Lysine is a base and are arginine and histidine. The amino group act as a site for the hydrogen bonding and a general base in catalysis. Common post transitional modification includes methylation of the amino group, giving methyl, dimethyl, and trimethyl lysines. And the later occur in carmodulane. The other post-transitional modification include acetylation. Collagen contain hydroxyl lysine, which is derived from the lysine by lysyl hydroxylase. And here are the synonyms, linear formula of hydrochloride and the molecular weight. Synonym is diamino hexanoic acid, monohydrochloride, and the other is lysine monohydrochloride. And here is the linear formula of the lysine hydrochloride, and molecular weight is 182.65 gram per mole. So here are chemical properties of the lysine hydrochloride: its molecular weight, hydrogen bond donor, hydrogen bond acceptor, rotatable bond count, exact mass, monoisotopic complexity, isotope atom count. So here is the molecular structure of the lysine hydrochloride. And it's also used in the medicine, as we can see in this table, that L-arginine hydrochloride or L-lysine hydrochloride, which is used in medicine in European Unions, and it is example or it is the evidence that it is used in the medicines. And here are some related compounds to the lysine hydrochloride. So these are the given in this chart. And next is applications of the lysine hydrochloride. It is used in the feed nutritional enhancer and as essential component for the livestock and poultry nutrition. It can enhance the appetite of the livestock and poultry, improve disease resistance, promote the cure of trauma, and improve the quality of meat. It can enhance the secretion of gastric juice. It can also improve the feed utilization, improve meat quality, and increase lean meat rate, promote calcium absorption, prevent piglet diarrhea. And lysine has a significant effect on improving the function of fish intestinal digestive enzymes. So how this is lysine hydrochloride and lysine sulfate seems like. And this is the difference between the energy lysine sulfate and lysine hydrochloride on the basis of energy, nitrogen, and crude protein content. The active lysine in lysine sulfate and in lysine hydrochloride, and the crude protein amount in lysine sulfate and hydrochloride, poultry and nitrogen amount in lysine sulfate and hydrogen chloride. And this is the difference between the lysine sulfate and lysine hydrogen chloride. The content of lysine hydrochloride is in lysine sulfate product is 65%, while the content of lysine hydrochloride it is more than 98.5. So the impurity content of the former can be as high as 35%, while the impurity content of the latter is less than 1.5%. Lysine sulfate product contain more impurities than the lysine hydrochloride, so it is not in purified form. So these are the reference links or the resources link from where I get my presentation data, and ask me a question if you have. And that's all about my topic. Thank you so much.